Welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra, and today we are going to talk all about cardstock. So, cardstock is probably the first thing that a Cricut ever cut. And it was used for card making, scrapbooking. I think that it was mostly scrapbooking though. Yeah, probably so. But today there are many uses for cardstock, and I've seen a lot of issues with people cutting it. Like they're struggling to get it cut, and I can 100% relate. I've had my struggles, but now that I know what I'm doing, I can teach you. So let's dive in. What I have done is I've found a design space for some gift tags, and it's perfect because it utilizes regular cardstock as well as glitter cardstock, and I am going to add a foil craft board cardstock so that you can see the difference in how to cut each one. So we're going to go over to Design Space. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there as far as selecting my materials. And then we'll hop back on over here, okay? See you in a minute. Alrighty, so here you can see that I have my gift tags that I found. It is a project in Design Space that you have access to. It's Zoe Deschanel's holiday tags. I thought they were cute, and they're perfect because the backs of these, so they are layered. So this gray piece is actually supposed to be a glitter, and this is supposed to be a regular. So on 3 of these, I will do glitter, or actually, I'm going to do 2 glitter backs and 2 foil backs, or 2 craft board backs. So these will be the craft boards. So we'll do it that way. Fun. All right, so I'm just going to leave it the way that it is, and I'm going to go over to make it. I just wanted to show you that part. So here you can see where it's separated by color. So it would run through 4 times. I'm not about that life. So we're going to take these 2 and move them to the other mat. Four mats just seems like so much work. Right, so we're going to drag these down, and I'm going to look at my pieces here to make sure that that's where I want them on my board. So I have 2 glitter ones. There's 1. And there's 2. And I'm using scraps, so I need to make sure that I have these all aligned properly. 6. So bear with me while I quickly align these. And I lied. These 2 have to be on a separate one. Haha! I forgot that I was using a different board for that. And you can't change the material on the same board. So they have to be on their own. So we'll do that one. And this one is plenty good by itself, the way that it is. And those are good. All right. So now that I have this one aligned, it was mainly this one because I'm using some scraps of red glitter vinyl or cardstock. Maker is on. So for the glitter, I'm going to go through as to what I'm going to put each one of these in, and then I'll jump back over onto the camera for you. So for the glitter cardstock, you are going to go to Browse All Materials. You're going to type in glitter. And you can see here all the different types of glitter here. You want to make sure that you are using glitter cardstock for this one. Again, that's glitter cardstock. Then when you get over to pressure, you want more pressure. Trust me, unless it is a very fine cut, so you have like lots of tiny details, do more pressure. If you have lots of tiny details, try default. Don't unload your mat, and then if you need to cut again, cut again. I say this because I've learned the hard way that glitter does not cut properly. So go to glitter cardstock, then cut. So you'll load your machine, you'll process that one, and then you'll go to the next one. When you get to the next one, change the base material. When you do that, you're going to go over here, browse all materials, and you're going to type in craft board, or just craft. Craft works too. Craft board holographic. These do matter. The fact that they added the type of the type of craft board is huge. So just make sure that you have that typed in there, okay? All right. And then same thing. When you get this one, same thing, more pressure. Then when you get to the regular cardstock, you'll just go to medium or heavy cardstock, whichever you have chosen, and just default pressure is fine with those. All right, so let's get to cutting. I'll see you over on the other side. Alrighty, so now we are ready to cut. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back onto glitter cardstock, and get rolling here. Hi, you're talking to my my mouth there. My bad. All right, let's see. Yep, got that done. All right, gonna load my mat here. I use a strong grip mat just because it's not as sticky anymore, so typically you should use the light grip mat, not the strong grip mat. But one, that's what I had in front of me, and two, is dying, so. Alright, let's let that do its thing. Hair everywhere, guys. So while that's cutting, I wanted to let you guys know that if you haven't subscribed yet, you definitely should, because I have lots of tutorials coming your way, and lots of new things coming up. Like, did you know you can put HTV on cardstock? Really awesome. And I got the new foil transfer tool. So I did a couple videos on that already, but I'm going to do some earrings and some leather with it. So subscribe. That way you see all the cool stuff that I'm doing for you. This one is donezo. So a way that you can check to make sure that it's done before you hit your unload is to just lift a little bit, just a tiny smidge, and I can see. All right, so it looks like we have a clean cut here. Oops, and it's flying off my mat. Told you it wasn't that sticky. So this is how it cut the glitter cardstock, which is pretty good. You can see the shiny there. All right, I know this camera angle isn't the greatest. I do apologize, but it was the best for getting all of this in there. All right, so you can see it's clean cut. No extra little frillies. This one has a little bit on it right here, and I'm not too worried. I'll easily peel or cut that off for you. Sometimes that happens if the cut doesn't go all the way through, or if I rip it up off my mat without paying attention like I just did. All right, so next we have our foil holographic craft board, whatever you want to call it. It is holographic craft board is what it is called. So I'm going to go over to Design Space and change up my material setting to foil craft board holographic. And then I'm going to go with more pressure there. Get this on my mat. And for this one, because my mat's not super sticky, I'm going to use a felt-sided squeegee scraper tool. Get that nice and on there. Load it up, send it off. And voila, there we go. Next is just the easy stuff. Just basic cardstock. While that's going, I just take a pair of scissors to the edge of this to get these little extra pieces off. You don't even have to like cut. You just move your scissors and they come right off. Super easy. These are so cute. I'm sorry, but I love this glitter cardstock. Yes, again, you're talking to the lower half of my head. My bad, guys. My bad. But you're not here to see me. You're here to see this stuff. This shiny stuff. I will get you better lighting, I promise. Shiny glitter cardstock. There we go. That's the cool stuff. And I just realized that this one is not long enough. It's not the same length. It's alright though. Doesn't matter. These are just for fun. They might be used, they might not be used. Who knows? I didn't check. So, thankfully, because I did select more pressure, this thick card craft board, this stuff is significantly thicker, just to give you a reference, than just the glitter cardstock, and then way thicker than just your basic cardstock. It doesn't bend. So that's an easy way to tell that this is definitely thicker. This is more like a cardboard material almost, but prettier. So that one did cut through all the way very easily. Same thing with this one. And then we've got our little dots on the mat. Get rid of those. And next we have to go change this over to medium cardstock and align it up appropriately. I'm going to do the same thing with the felt here. If you have a brayer, use your brayer to do this. I don't have one. I should get one. But I keep forgetting every time I order stuff to get one. Maybe I'll add that to my order now because Cricut is having a 50% off for Access subscribers sale right now, and it's a pretty good deal. I'll get you some infusable ink sheets for half off, cardstock half off, glitter cardstock half off, craft board half off, all of the things half off. And right now it is November of 2020, so if you're watching this within the month of November, they have the Cricut Maker in stock, and it's the everything bundle for $3.99, guys. $3.99. That is insane. I paid that for just my machine a year ago. I didn't get all the extra stuff with it. I paid $3.99 for just the machine a year ago, so it is definitely a deal to get. It comes with a ton of vinyl, lots of other things, tools, things that you need to get started. It is the perfect bundle. So I'll drop the link down there in the description. Make sure you go check it out. If you watch this after November of 2020, don't worry, I'm sure that there's some sort of sale going on. There's always a good sale going on Cricut, but this one, in the 4 years that I've been doing this, I haven't seen the Maker go down that low. So, something positive coming out of 2020 is all the sales on all the craft supplies. I think it's because they realize that it's a good market to have right now because we're all at home losing our minds, and this is a good way to mentally release it. So, getting a little thirsty there. All right, this one is Dunzo. I didn't do a quality check before I unloaded my mat. It's alright anyway. So when you're peeling your cardstock off of the mat, you want to do it very slowly. Why? Because this could happen. Where, oh, see, I gotta show you and it releases. So this piece right here was stuck to the negative side of it. So I didn't want to rip it, because if you rip it, then you're going to rip some of your letters off or some of your details, and you don't want to do that, right? We don't want to do that. So this did not come all the way through, which is fine. They'll pop out. Not a big deal. They just got a little stuck. But that's one of the reasons why you don't want to just rip it off of the mat, because if you rip it off the mat, then you will have a crappy cut. You don't want that. The Maker does its job. It cuts. I do need a fresh blade, so yours might even turn out better than mine, because I have had the same blade on there since I got it. a year ago and I've done a lot of cutting. So probably due for a new one. Guess I should add that to the order too. All right, definitely not socks. So what we're gonna do is we'll take a glitter or a craft board backing. And again, the lighting, guys, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can bring this ring light over here some more. Give you a little more light. Definitely not socks. There we go, that's a little better. Not much, but a little. That's all right. Don't mind that. It was not locked, apparently. See, guys, this is why you choose to watch me. I'm real. I mess up, you get to see it. It's funny. Anyways, moving on. So, next we have... Some of these are interesting. This one says, I like you. I didn't read what they said before I did it. Same thing, just going to add that to the back of there. And scrape off all these little extras and move on to the next one. And then I'll show you the final results. And try to give you a little more light on those so that I can... It's cardstock. It's the same as what I just cut, so I don't need to change anything in design space. Let's try fast mode. See if that does anything. We'll see. Alright, so little gift tags. They're adorable. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go, see? So cute. Glitter cardstock. There we go. Now you can see the glitter. So then you don't have to glue these together. I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to. And then you just tie a little string up here and you've got some adorable gift tags. Look at that. That is nifty. And it was all made with paper. You know what else I made with paper? So here are some other things that you can make with cardstock. So this is just the Cricut Deluxe paper. It's a little gift bag. See? Cute, huh? Adorable. I also made little treat boxes for my Christmas goodies that I make. I did not glue it yet, but I wanted to show you guys that it is paper and you can do it. So it has a little flap here that locks right into the inside flap. Should be pretty easy, but I like to make things challenging apparently. There we go. So then you just, boop. See? Cardstock. That's all that's made out of. Is actually this is not even cardstock. This is the deluxe paper from Cricut. So it's a little bit thinner than cardstock is. So it's a bit more bendy. But it is definitely adorable. Look at this little treat bag. It's got little sugar, spices, and baking stuff on there. I love it. I think it's just adorable, and it's got little Christmas trees at the top. Be great for Christmas cookies that you give to people. I give people Christmas cookies. Do you give people Christmas cookies? Holidays are right around the corner, so tell me what you give your loved ones. Fast mode was not a good idea. This is why. So, if you're thinking because you want to rush and hurry up and do something, so you're going to go and use fast mode. I'm glad that I did this so that I can show you exactly what happens. So when you use things like fast mode and you rush, you get jacked up cuts. So I'm going to bring that light back here for you so that you can see what I mean. See this? It didn't cut the E all the way and it caught on the T, and then up here on the H it did the same thing, so it's not very clear at all. It's got like some jagged edges there, and that's because I used fast mode. So when it comes to crafting, just like everything else in life, rushing does not help at all. So allot the time, take the time, and do it right so that you don't end up having to redo it and waste more time. If you do it right the first time, slow down, you're saving more time. I think that's something that I tell my kid every day. This is nuts. Anyway, so yeah, rushing equals mess ups. Mess ups equals more time being consumed. So that, my friends, but the other one turned out really good. So I guess it's a half-half. Let's see. All right, there we go. So this is the other one on that side, better than a gift card. This one I wasn't a huge fan of anyway. It says, "Fear not, I kept the receipt." I don't know how that goes on a gift bag or whatever, a gift to somebody. So that's how you cut regular cardstock, glitter cardstock, and craft board. Craft board is like cardstock to me. I put it in the cardstock pile, so if you don't think that craft board is a cardstock, then don't use it as a cardstock. But I do. I think that it's a very good base, especially for cards. What I like to do is I like to use this side for like the envelope or the base of the card, and then I'll use like a deluxe patterned paper on the other side, or I'll just leave it like it is because it's fun. Why not? Right. Cricut has tons and tons and tons of designs for cardstock and deluxe paper. Basically, they have all the Disney themes. They have Star Wars. They have Princess. They have watercolor. They have patterns. Just you name it. They've probably got some sort of cardstock in there for you. Instead of looking for cardstock in Design Space, though, if you want the patterns and all of that and the Disney stuff, look for deluxe paper. It's a bit thinner than cardstock, like I said, but it does work just as well as cardstock does. So, and then you can always use a solid cardstock as a backing, as a base for your projects, whatever you may be doing. So that's all things cardstock for you. And if I missed something, drop a comment below and I'll help you out there. If I didn't, give me a high five. Give me a thumbs up. There's no high fives. I wish there was a high five. High fives. On YouTube. High five for almost making it through 2020, guys. So until next time, we'll see you later.